Hey guys, um, well, the new patch for Pandaria came out for the live servers, so just like every other time they give us a preview of talents and everything and let us get used to it so we're all not banging our head on the desk when the new expansion comes out. I have gone through all my 85s and actually set up my specs and set up the bars and testing. I must say it's very cool. The only one that I really was kind of upset about was my druid. They took out Insect Swarm. And they gave you Sunfire and Moonfire. So you get those two instant cast dots and then you just keep DPSing like normal. Now I find that a little weird that, you know, we don't get Insect Swarm anymore, but while I was testing it, it didn't seem that bad. So, but in this video, guys, I have been wanting to do this for you all, but I was waiting for the new patch. Fury Warriors. They have gotten a lot better, and I always play Fury Warriors. They are way more fun, and this is completely opinionated. They're way more fun than ARMS, and I actually thoroughly enjoy the new mechanic. I really do. I actually don't mind it. So sorry, just sneezed. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna log in. We're gonna kind of walk through everything. So, and your mounts actually get to your mounts are actually shared. I thought that was pretty cool. Through every tune, your mounts are shared. I thought that was really cool. I really did. You know, because I sat here and was like, why do I got the achievement, you know? Stable Giver. I was like, I didn't have 10 mounts. So, that's another cool feature. So I'm using the Spectral Griffin, but for this video I think I'll call my Sea Jungle. So, as you can see, Fury War riding into a battle on Sea Turtle, you're gonna lose. You just don't even try to stop him. He's gonna kill you. Okay, so let's get down to why we're all here. Okay, now I chose Juggernaut instead of Double Time and Warbringer. Warbringer you stun for 3 seconds, Double Time you can charge twice before going on cooldown. I thought that was pretty cool. But then it's like charge only grants rage once every 12 seconds. Well, there's no point in that. If I'll just take Juggernaut instead. Now, this second one, these are all viable, guys. You guys can take whatever one you want. I mean, it's not gonna kill you. I mean, every single one's pretty good. I took Impending Victory, but I'm thinking about switching the second one only because Rage. I need Rage, and there's a lot of CC in the game now, so second one actually might come in handy. But Impending Victory, you know, I heal for 10% of my max health every 30 seconds, and when I get a kill, I'm healed for 30% of my maximum health. That's also because I have the Glyph right here. Now, the Glyphs are also different, so but I'll go over those in a second. Now, Staggering Shout, you know, every enemy in, you know, a snare become rooted for 5 seconds. I didn't really like that because I had a 40-second cooldown, which means after 5 seconds, if I don't have hamstring, I won't be able to stay on my target. Now, I took Piercing Howl because 15 seconds, 50% movement speed. Right? That's a lot better. That is a lot better than 40-second cooldown. Now, Disrupting Shout, you know, it's an AoE silence. I thought that was a really nifty item to actually add. I thought it was really nifty. I really actually thought that was... I really think that's pretty cool. But for PvP, I don't see any viability for it, so I didn't really take it. Now, Bladestorm available to all specs. Oh boy, don't even get me started on how awesome I wanted this. I wanted this one so bad. You know, everyone knows what Bladestorm is, so there's no point in even me going over that. So, that's fine. I really wanted that, but a 20-second stun frontal. A front stun. I have to be facing my target to stun him, right? Well, I'm always going to be facing my target since I'm going to be beating the living snot out of the person, so that's pretty cool. I really actually enjoy that, and I actually have it on my bar. I'm actually spec to it. It's a lot better than, you know, Bladestorm. But Dragon's Roar. Um, Dragon's Roar, you know, knocks everybody back and knocking them down for 3 seconds. You know, it's a critical strike and ignores all armor on the target. It's a 1 minute cooldown though. I thought that was a little heavy, but I think that's fine. Now we go down to here. Mass Spell Reflection. 1 minute cooldown. All party members within 20 seconds. The next spell cast on you and all party members. I think that's pretty cool. I didn't really particularly want it. Safeguard, you know, you run at high speed toward a party or raid member, removing all movement and parity effects, intercepting the next melee or range attack, and reducing their damage taken by 20%. Replaces Intervene. Now, Vigilance. The reason I took Vigilance is because I'm always someone who will defend my flag carrier or my healer. So I will put that on and have their 30% of their damage they're taking, if they're being focused, transfer to me so they can sit here and heal and stay alive a lot longer. Now for level 90, it's a lot hard. It's a lot harder for me to decide on this one. Avatar, I like that. I really like that. I mean, you turn into something. An unstoppable Colossus. I'm immediately unstoppable Colossus. I'm thinking the ghetto statue from Naruto. I'm just saying. I really think of that. But you generate 30% extra rage, 20% extra damage, 20 seconds. It's just like I have Death Wish again. But I really don't know if I want to take that because it's a 3-minute cooldown compared to what Death Wish was, which was like a minute and a half. So I don't know what I want to take. Bloodbath is a 1-minute cooldown. You know, causes for 12 seconds my special attacks to deal 30% additional damage as a bleed over 6 seconds. While bleeding, the target moves at 50% speed. That's 1-minute cooldown. I just don't know if I want to use that or Avatar. I guess when I hit 90, I'll have to try them both out. But at the moment, it's very hard. And then here we go. And then you have Stormbolt. Hurls your weapon, causing 100% damage and stunning the target for 3 seconds. That's a 30-second ranged stun. It causes 300% weapon damage to targets that are permanently immune to stuns. Well, that is pretty that's pretty significant. But I already have a 20-second stun. What do I need another stun for? This one stuns for longer, and it hits AoE targets, so I can stun multiple targets at once. So as you can see, guys, it depends on your playstyle and how you want to play. I mean, this new talent system is very customizable to what you want, and I actually really thoroughly enjoy that by Blizzard. They did a really outstanding job making it customizable for your character instead of here's a talent tree. This is the best talent tree spec that you can have. 3109. That's the best one, and you're not gonna get any better than that. That I find that was a really lackluster system, and I didn't really enjoy it. Now, the glyphs. My glyphs are incomplete because I don't think I get access to the glyphs until Mr. Pandaria comes out. So but I had Mighty Victory. A lot of the minor glyphs are for looks, like they're finesse. You know, they're pretty cool looking stuff. That's it. But Bloodthirst increases healing by 100%. So instead of 1% of my HP, 2%. And it has a double chance to critically strike. Generates 10 rage. Okay. Now, Recklessness, you know, decreases by 20%. So I'd have a 30% chance to crit, but increases the duration by 50%. So it would continuously go for 18 seconds. Victory Rush, 50%. You already saw that. Blitz, you know, this is really cool. We now have a silence. Glyph of the Gag Order. I think it's a very dirty name by Blizzard, let's be honest. I mean, come on, Gag Order, guys. I mean, it's pretty bad. Now, I am trying to get this glyph from the major glyph, and I'm going to replace Victory Rush right here. But because I like these, because this, I can keep healing. I have a lot of sustain with that. Glyph of Victory Rush increases your total healing provided. So instead of 30%, I get 20%. Now, everyone knows what Insight is. I mean, a lot of cool stuff here. Now, Bloody Healing increases the healing you receive from bandages by 20% while your Deep Wounds is active. That's pretty cool. Mighty Victory aggro slightly larger. Your Battle Shout and Command Shout cause you to hover in the air for 1 second. Your Battle Shout and Command Shout now terrifies small animals. That'd be pretty interesting. Now, I want to get Blazing Trail and Burning Anger. When I am enraged, I'll be on fire. I think that's just hilarious. I feel no pain. Your charge leaves a trail in its wake. If you're going to charge, why not do it with some style? That's freaking awesome. Alrighty, so we're gonna mount up. Oh, and the rage mechanic is actually completely different. That is a really cool thing. It's pretty much like the rogue's evasion for melee, but it's way better because we actually take reduced damage. Now, right here is a new move, Wild Strike. 220% of my offhand damage and reduces healing received for 10 seconds. That requires 30 rage, and the way you generate rage is the same exact way, but Bloodthirst no longer costs rage. It's actually free ability for 4.5 seconds and generates 10 rage. Now, Raging Blow is no longer, you know, you can cast, if you have like X amount of rage, you can keep casting it. You have to be enraged, and once you're enraged, you either use that or you do nothing. I mean, and you only can use it twice. That's it. The way you get enraged is the same exact way you critically strike with abilities. Bloodthirst, double critical chance. I barely even have 14, almost 15%, so I have about almost 30% chance to crit, so then about 1 in 3 chances to get that. Colossus Smash, physical vulnerability, causes my targets to take 4% more damage. That's pretty cool. Deadly Calm, Recklessness, you know, it's pretty cool. So now we're gonna go check everything, and everything's pretty cool because I have this. Apparently this doesn't work. I was in a battle group yesterday and they kinda said this one wasn't on my list, this one's bugged, da 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 da. So let's just see how that goes. But I can no longer gain this. So here's the tentacle. So charge, right off the bat I have a lot of rage. So you can see, and you can spam it too. It costs 30 rage, but you can spam it really well, which is nice. And if you guys want to know my add-ons, just from, just I'll let you know, and if you ask me, I'll let you know. They also changed where you get a free slam proc. Instead, you get 3 wild strikes. You actually get 3 wild strikes, and then they all cost 10 rage. So the more rage you have, the better. So that's how that goes. And we get the bleed. Deep wounds goes on the target. Does pretty decent damage. So, but I'm in the process of actually, since everything's ended, I'm actually in the process right now of gearing up, finishing my gearing. So, alright guys, well, let's go do a battleground, okay?